NBA and Miami Heat security of separating the woman from her friend, leaving her trapped inside the men's restroom with McGregor and his security guard. The lawyer says her client escaped by continuously elbowing McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
In a statement to CBS News, his attorney says the allegations are false. Mr. McGregor will not be intimidated. An NBA spokesman says, "We are aware of the allegations and are working with the team to gather more information." The Miami Heat acknowledged the incident, writing, "It is also aware of the allegations and conducting a full investigation." The alleged assault happened on the same night McGregor knocked out the Miami Heat mascot in a mid-game stunt that went wrong. The mascot received medical attention after taking 2 punches from McGregor during the third quarter. The 34-year-old was one of the biggest stars of the UFC, but hasn't fought since he injured his left leg in a July 2021 fight that he lost.
The UFC said it also is aware of the allegations and will allow the legal process to play out. This is not the first time McGregor was accused of sexual assault. He's been accused at least 4 times before, but has not been charged for them. He has denied all of the sexual assault accusations, including this most recent one. And, just days prior to all of this, he announced that he was expecting his 4th child with his fiance. But a lot of questions for sure.
It's just disturbing.
Yeah.
Jerika, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, so basically what we're going to get into here is we're going to get into number 5, victim number 5, okay? Now, because you probably didn't hear what I said about how YouTube has yanked 2 of my videos today. I have had no strike. This is not a strike situation, okay? But what happened is about I say 11, 9, 10, 11 o'clock this morning, I scheduled a video to talk about this situation. Well, suddenly YouTube snatches my video down. You can go on my community wall. You'll see I even shared it out in preparation. It is gone, okay? It says the video is unavailable. They completely deleted it. So I wait till about 3 o'clock this afternoon and I schedule a new live speaking on this particular incident, victim number 5. Believe it or not, YouTube pulled my video within 45 minutes. They snatched it down again for the second time today. I did not get a strike. I did not even get a warning in my dashboard. So it's obvious to me that talking about Conor McGregor seems to strike a personal note to somebody at Google. I don't know who it is, but I know a lot of celebrities have contacts with social media employees, people that work at Google, people that work at Facebook, at Instagram, like Kim Kardashian, for example. Kim Kardashian had several pages pulled regarding me. She literally reached out to her buddy over on Facebook and IG, Mark, and literally pulled several of my pages one time a couple years back when she was robbed in Paris. My Pascal Duvier pages, along with some other ones, right? Now, it was, this is not the first time this has happened to me. I've been doing this long enough. I have experienced this, so I decided to reschedule it again. Here we are right now. I am here to talk right now about victim 5 only. We're going to, and see what happens is when social media platforms do things like that, it pisses me off. And now I'm going to do a series on Conor. See, Conor, I'm about to really expose you. And I need everyone who cares about women and the fact that this man is being accused of 5 rapes in the span of 4 years. 5 rapes in 4 years. We need to get the word out. Conor McGregor should have been this uncivilized mutt, as Willie D would say. He should have been set to the side. Okay. Now I want to go into detail with you about victim 5. After this video, I have set a redirect up. I'm going to be live and we're going to talk about the timeline of events and all of the rapes that allegedly Conor McGregor has committed against women. Let's talk about number 5. Conor McGregor stands accused of raping a woman during Game 4 of the NBA Finals. This took place, the rape allegedly took place, and listen to this, guys, at the Kaseya Center in Miami on Friday, June 9th. He didn't even take her to a hotel. No, he raped her in the bathroom of the damn Kaseya Center where the NBA Finals was going on, okay? Allegedly. Now, and I want you to keep this in mind. This happened June 9th. This victim has been moving exactly as she should. She's been to the police. Now she's proceeding, with legal, whatever, lawsuits, all those sorts of things. She's doing everything she can, and she didn't wait. Okay, let's take note of that. Now, in-demand letters obtained by U.S. Weekly and several other news publications on June 15th, 2 days ago. The woman's attorney, Ariel Mitchell, alleged that the MMA fighter, aged 34, listen to me very carefully, quote, violently, end quote, sexually assaulted her in a men's bathroom just after the Denver Nuggets defeated the Miami Heat. Now, TMZ was first to report on this alleged assault, and I will get to their article momentarily. Now, the lawyer claimed that security guards employed by the NBA and the Heat helped to separate the woman from her friend. okay, then forced her into a restroom. McGregor and his security guard were waiting. Now, security refused to let the woman exit or allow anyone else, including her friend, inside the bathroom. So we have two witnesses here. Mitchell claimed in the letters, Ariel Mitchell claimed in the letters, which were sent to McGregor, the NBA, and the Heat. Okay. This is her attorney. Now, the attorney went on to allege that the athlete emerged from a stall and shoved his tongue in her mouth and aggressively kissed her. Now, do I need to let you all know that UFC supposed icon Conor McGregor's and his fiance Dee Devlin are expecting their fourth child? Or she just had it, one or the other? Anyway, let's get to the important thing here. Not that her having a baby is not important, but your husband, you stood by him in these last few years while he stands accused of raping several women. And what the big thing I want to get across to you, all of you today, is the question that I want to pose, and I'd like to put it in the chat here in a minute. Is Conor McGregor a serial rapist? Now, allow me to continue. The woman claimed that she got McGregor to stop by telling him that she needed to use the bathroom, but he proceeded to allegedly force her to perform oral sex on him. Okay? She went on to claim that McGregor then pinned her against the wall and tried to sodomize her. Now, some of you here may not know what sodomy is, okay? Sodomy is when someone forces their penis into your behind area. Okay, not everybody knows this, all right? Now, after elbowing him repeatedly, she escaped the bathroom but left her purse behind, which she claimed his security guards held hostage until she begged for its return. Okay? She had to beg for its return. Okay? Give me a second. One second. I'm sorry. Because if you don't mind, guys, give me a second. I want to put a poll in the chat while I'm reading this. Give me a sec. All right, guys. Thank you. I was able to get that poll in. I wanted to get that into you guys because I'm curious of your thoughts. I always am. Okay. But here, let's keep going, shall we? Now, they held her purse hostage. Now, according to the letters, the woman reported the alleged incident to local authorities the following day on June 11th. Okay. Ariel Mitchell, her lawyer, said that her client is seeking settlements from the NBA, the Heat, and McGregor instead of pursuing litigation. So, in other words, she's saying, you did this. Either, it'd be in your best interest to settle this, but if you want to litigate it, okay. Now, a representative for McGregor, of course, what does he do with his arrogant self? Called the allegations false in a statement to TMZ on Thursday, adding that, quote, Mr. McGregor will not be intimidated. The Roadhouse star sat courtside during the game and participated in a halftime skit where he pretended to knock out the Heat mascot. Now, earlier this week, the Ireland native and his fiancee, Dee Devlin, announced that they are expecting their fourth child. This lady has had 4 children through all of this. Conor McGregor confirmed the news during a Wednesday, June 14th interview on Live with Kelly and Mark while discussing his sons, Conor Jr. 6, Ryan 2, and daughter Coria 4. We've also got another on the way, the UFC champion told host Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. So there's a lot going on. McGregor announced his engagement to Devlin in 2020 of August after 12 years together. Quote, "What a birthday, my future wife," he wrote via Instagram at the time, sharing a selfie with Devlin where she showed off her ring. So sweet. Except your husband, soon to be, is a potential rapist. Okay? Now, I want to go to the TMZ article and I want to just kind of go through this 5th allegation. I'm only talking about this 5th allegation. I'm not talking about the other 4. All right? But listen real close. And please answer the poll in the chat. The poll is, do you believe that Conor McGregor is a serial rapist? This is his 5th victim since 2021. Today, it is 2023. And I'll get the dates here. Now, from a TMZ perspective, the Miami Police Department has informed TMZ Sports that it has been investigating the allegations since this past Sunday. Okay. So about 6 days now, and that the probe remains ongoing. Conor McGregor is facing criminal charge. He could potentially face criminal charges in this. Now, Conor McGregor, as I said, has been accused of raping this woman at the game, at the Kaseya, Center where this was going on. And although he claims it's not true, the demand letters authored by the woman's attorney that were sent to McGregor, NBA, and the Miami Heat this week. The incident happened just after the Nuggets had won 108-95 on June 9th inside that center, in a bathroom, in the men's bathroom at that. Now, McGregor played a big part in the entertainment at the game, as you all know. And, according to the letters, at one point later on during the evening, he violently sexually assaulted this woman inside of the men's bathroom, where he not only forced her to have oral sex, but then he sodomized her. Now, in the letters, the attorney, like I said, she's claiming that the NBA and the Heat security literally helped to separate these 2 women that were there together as friends from each other, and then forced a woman into that men's bathroom, and that McGregor and his security guard were already inside there. They were already inside. He knew what he was about to do. And my question is, where was the security guard while all this was going on? Now, and what's so cold about it, the woman says that the security refused to even let her leave or to allow anyone else to come in. It's like they held her there to be gang raped, to be raped, including the friend she was with. Then the lawyer claims McGregor emerged from inside of it. He was in a handicap stall, guys. And then he turns around and just walks up to the woman and just shoves his tongue in her damn mouth and then aggressively starts kissing her. Now, so like I said, he forces her to have oral sex, allegedly. Keep in mind, McGregor is 34 years old right now. All right. He then allegedly grabs this woman. He pins her against the wall with all. Imagine a man. Can I show you some photos? Imagine a man of his strength pinning a woman against a wall and sodomizing her. Let me show you some photos, guys, of McGregor in action. Okay. This dude is a whole. There's nothing that any woman could possibly do to get him off of her. If you know what I'm saying, it's impossible. Impossible. Okay? This guy is a beast in you know, in the ring. My thing is you're one of the richest men in the world. You're supposedly one of the you're not the strongest man in the world, but you're supposed to have some pretty good strategy, right? And yet you can't get pussy like any other man. I mean, you could even buy it if you wanted to. You could get some of the best pussy in the world, but for some reason, there are people like allegedly Conor McGregor that must take the pussy. There is a how do I describe this? There is this thrill that some of these men have in raping women. If they're not raping the women, they're not getting that full satisfaction. And I'm just being honest. I'm telling y'all the truth. There's a lot of great men that'll make love to a woman. Hell, even if you're not making love, having some good, hot, passionate sex, and it's good, but he's not raping the woman. She as much as he does. And I'm gonna tell you something. As a woman, and I talk as a woman, no man is just going to stick his penis in my rear end. You can't you can't do a woman's behind like that. I don't know about y'all men because I don't have a man's behind. But no, I don't get down like that anyway. But I'm just saying, like, how you just gonna stick something in like that so aggressively when we use that as a exit hole? You get what I'm saying? That is very, very, very nasty. And was there a condom involved? See, that's the other fear of this. Did he have a condom? That sort of a thing. Um, if he didn't, how do we know that he's not passing any kind of diseases to the woman? We don't. And it's not just STDs. There's diseases that women can get, like yeast and what is it called? Bacterial vaginosis, that sort of a thing. That's not well, I guess it could be an STD, right? Well, there's Joe Rogan with Connor. Well, Joe, I'm curious, and Joe, I like you. Joe Rogan, I watch your show all the time. Um, so I know there's not that what Conor McGregor does has absolutely nothing to do with you whatsoever. I'm just curious if you're going to speak on this. And if you choose not to speak on that, I understand. I mean, shit, I run a vlog too. But we're looking at a man who has now been accused of raping 5 women in just a few years now. And my question to all of you in the polls in the chat is, and this is all allegedly, of course, is because I got to tell you right now, he's dealing with a whole situation in Ireland from raping a woman that's been ongoing for years. My question to you, and that's Floyd Mayweather fighting McGregor. My question to you, McGregor, straight up, my question is, do you really think we believe you? Because see, what Conor McGregor is trying to say is he's trying to say that these women want his money. But see, everybody ain't lying on you, Conor. And see, the way we're talking about a woman, she didn't come out and say some typical like clout chasing type of lie. No, she said you tried to sodomize her. You tried to stick your penis in her butt. After you aggressively forced her to kiss you. And then what's disturbing is, why are you separating from her friend, forcing her to be in the bathroom at the center where you got millions of fans there, and you still decide that you want to have sex so bad that you get security involved, and you literally bring a security guard into the bathroom with you, and so that security guard had to have known you were going to rape that woman some kind of way. You were going to do something, because to not let her leave or to let her friends come where she was, that is holding someone hostage. And what I don't understand is why Conor McGregor has not been arrested by the Miami Police Department yet. That is my question. And my next question is, are you not afraid of catching like AIDS, herpes, hepatitis? And what about the women that you're doing this to? They have a right to choose if they want to engage with someone that has HIV, hepatitis, or any other long-term disease. Not that people can't become undetectable, but I'm still just saying a woman has a right to choose. Period. A woman has a right to decide whether or not she wants someone to insert her vagina, especially if they've been so irresponsible in their past that they caught HIV. A woman has a right to make a choice on that. Just, I mean, if a woman had HIV and she decided to lay down with a man and not tell him, would that be okay with that man? Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to be the first vlogger to go out on a limb and say this. I believe that Conor McGregor, and this is all allegedly, of course, but no, I'm saying this without the allegation or allege on it. I'm saying I believe that Conor McGregor is a serial rapist. That's what I believe. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Full stop. I believe he is a serial rapist. I sure do. Yes, I do. Yep. He may be one of the greatest MMC fighters in the world. Guess what? R. Kelly is one of the greatest singers of all time, but he likes to have sex with little girls. Period. Okay? Now, let's talk about this video because, see, there is video that shows the moment that Conor McGregor led this sexual assault accuser into the VIP men's bathroom at the NBA Finals and how his entourage of security sat there and guarded the door. Okay? They guarded the door. Now, this video has emerged, and I'm going to show it to you, of Conor. You know, he led a sexual assault accuser into the bathroom at the finals in Miami. And then it shows his entourage of security guarding the door while the Conor and the woman were inside. Now, the MMA fighter who's expecting his fourth child with his fiance has been accused of forcing the unnamed accuser to perform oral sex on him and attempting to sodomize her in the VIP men's bathroom at Game 4, right? Now, in a statement on Friday, a spokesman for Miami Police Department told DailyMail.com that MPD, Miami PD's Special Victims Unit, is investigating a report that was filed on Sunday, June 11th, 2023. Now, this is an open investigation, right? A source close to McGregor said they will cooperate fully with the investigation. He insists the woman's claims are false and that she is only interested in money. But let's watch him lead her into the bathroom, shall we? Let's watch her lead him into the bathroom.
I can't describe the feeling.
Once we get rid of the commercials here.
Happiest I've ever.
Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Look at the security surrounding the bathroom door. They close it. So he led her in there and then he closes the door behind him. You all seen it. Okay. These are still shots as he leads her by the hand. He is shown approaching the woman who says he sexually assaulted her, and he essentially leads her to the bathroom. He's got her by the hand. He takes her into the bathroom. Her face is being obscured, blurred out for a lot of different reasons, right? But once McGregor and the woman were inside the bathroom, his entourage, some of the entourage followed them in while some remained outside, and they turned around, closed the door, and then guarded it, and then sat there and guarded and closed the door. Okay. Now, the footage shows McGregor emerging from the bathroom, then approaching the woman, taking her by the hand and walking back towards the bathroom. She follows him and they disappear behind the door. Now, they end up, his entourage blocks the entrance to the door. His attorneys say the footage undermines the woman's original allegation that he and the security guards forced her into the restroom. I'm not even trying to hear that shit. This is a photo of the woman's outfit that has been bagged up and given to police that should have his semen stains on it. Okay. Now, sexual assault, battery, unlawful restraint, kidnapping, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and negligent infliction of emotional distress. Dear Mr. McGregor and Mr. Attar, this firm has been retained as litigation counsel to pursue all legal remedies against you, Mr. McGregor, for the sexual assault and battery that occurred after Game 4 of the NBA Finals at the Kaseya Center in Miami on June 9, 2023. Upon information and belief, this firm believes you represent Mr. McGregor and as such submits its demand herein. So this is a demand letter. Okay, this is the lawyer. Let me stretch this out here. Can I? Let me see. Yeah, I think I can. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. It said, okay, so after the game and after Mr. McGregor sent the Miami Heat mascot Bernie to the hospital, Mr. McGregor elevated his aggressive, unprovoked, and outrageous behavior by violently sexually assaulting and battering this firm's client in the men's bathroom at the Kaseya Center. Mr. McGregor, aided and abetted by the NBA and Miami Heat Kaseya security, had the victim physically forced via security into the men's bathroom, separating her from her friend and trapping her inside with Mr. McGregor and his security guard. Okay. Mr. McGregor's outrageous and offensive behavior towards our client cannot be construed as satire, as with the mascot, as in this instance, the victim was an unwilling participant in Mr. McGregor's criminal and illegal behavior. Once isolated and trapped, the VIP women's bathroom at the Kaseya Center, security refused to let her exit or allow anyone else, including her friend, inside the bathroom. Mr. McGregor then appeared from inside the handicap stall and shoved his tongue in the victim's mouth and aggressively kissed her. The victim was able to get Mr. McGregor to cease his assault by demanding he stop because she had to urinate. When the victim attempted to urinate, Mr. McGregor, instead of giving her privacy to do so, pulled out his penis and shoved it down the throat of the victim. The victim pushed Mr. McGregor off of her, and Mr. McGregor then spat on the victim. So he spit on her because he got mad when she pushed him away. Mr. McGregor then spat on the victim and on his penis. In a desperate attempt to get his flaccid penis hard, after the victim was able to thwart Mr. McGregor's sodomy, she attempted to again leave the men's bathroom. As the victim tried to exit the stall, Mr. McGregor aggressively grabbed her, pinned her up against the wall, and then ripped the classic waistband of her pants while pulling them down. Mr. McGregor then attempted to insert his penis into the victim's rectum. Fortunately, Mr. McGregor's penis was too limp for complete penetration, and the victim continuously elbowed Mr. McGregor and finally escaped. The victim escaped so hurriedly that she left her purse in the bathroom, and her purse was then held hostage by Mr. McGregor's security. The victim's purse was only returned to her after several desperate pleas by the victim so she could leave the venue. Immediately after this assault, the victim contacted law enforcement and retained this firm. Same move. Let me tell you something. If this was me in her situation, I would have did the same thing. I would have did the same exact thing. I would have went to the cops first, and then I would have retained an attorney. No question. Mr. McGregor has been accused multiple times of battery, assault, and sexual violence by others in foreign countries. So, of course, Mr. McGregor believed he could continue with this violent and egregious behavior while a visitor in the United States. Mr. McGregor gave the victim his WhatsApp contact information, which this firm sent a text message to regarding this incident. The WhatsApp number given by the victim and used to communicate with Mr. McGregor is, and then they blurred that out. The correspondence is in anticipation of litigation. As such, any and all videos, photographs, or other evidence must be preserved immediately upon receipt of this communication. Any failure to retain such evidence or intentional deletion of pertinent evidence may lead to sanctions against you if litigation is pursued. We know a lengthy public litigation would encourage other victims and witnesses to come forward. This firm has been instructed to explore all reasonable settlement offers to resolve these claims before they escalate further. In the event you or your attorneys fail to contact this firm by 7 p.m. Eastern on June 12, 2023, to discuss an acceptable resolution, we will assume that you do not intend to settle this matter and will proceed with litigation. Again, this woman's attorney sent this letter to McGregor this week detailing the alleged incident. He, of course, denies them. Now, that's McGregor and his fiancee, Dee Devlin, alongside their 3 children, Conor Jr., Coria, and Ryan. He announced earlier this week that they're expecting their 4th child together. This is McGregor in New York City on Wednesday after confirming his fiance's 4th pregnancy. He has gone underground since the sexual assault allegation surfaced. Now, let's watch this video again. We'll get through the commercials, guys. Again, as LeakYou says, I fully believe in my heart that Conor McGregor is a serial rapist. No question. Watch, he's going to get her. He grabs her. He pulls her with him. He takes her into the bathroom. And watch how they guard the door and then close it. Listen, the key is this, guys. We're not stupid, okay? We're not stupid. We see what's going on here. Again, there has been so many claims against this man. And I don't care how good of an MMA fighter that he is. Again, LeakYou fully says, and I fully believe, that Conor McGregor is a serial rapist. Okay? So is it his white skin that allows him to continue to do this and get away with it? Because I'm hearing that woman that he raped is black. That's what I'm reading in the news. So, it doesn't matter the color. He raped it's a black woman this time. Is that going to do anything? How is it that you go to a center, you're there to have fun at the NBA final game, okay, and you end up raping a woman, and we watch you do it. We watched you take her in there, okay? We watched you. Bear with me one sec. Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please.
Bear with me one moment because I just want to tell you something really quick. Okay, here it is. Got it. All right. So before we end this video, I want to tell you about the sexuals, not in detail, but just listen to this. McGregor, 34, has been accused of sexual assault multiple times before. Okay. So in 2019, Conor McGregor was accused of sexually assaulting a woman twice. 2 women in 2019. Actually, I'm sorry. 2 women in the month of March 2019. So that's 2 women in March 2019. And then in October of that year in Ireland, that makes victim number 3. September 2020 in Corsica, that makes victim number 4. That charge was later dropped. And in 2021, he faced a lawsuit for an alleged 2018 incident that I'm not sure if it's different. Oh, no, this is different. So that makes 5. Then earlier this year in January, McGregor was accused of attacking a woman on a yacht in Ibiza. That makes victim number 6, guys. So there are 6 women, and I'm sorry, 7, including the new victim, that have accused Conor McGregor of sexually assaulting them. Okay. Is anyone going to help me bring attention to this? I mean, it could take you 2 minutes on a vlog, if you're a vlogger, to bring attention to this matter. 7. And I will be back immediately after this live, and I'm going to show you these 7 incidents, all 7 of them. Okay. Because I'm not playing. This will be part 1. Actually, I'm sorry, part 2 of our Conor McGregor Exposed series. Absolutely. And then I want to get to the We Are Not Alone podcast that I've started. I want to talk to you guys about a trip that I really would like to plan. I want to go out to Roswell the end of this month. There is a We Are Not Alone conference, and it will allow me to report from there, to provide you all amazing stories, talking to certain individuals there, hearing their amazing stories. So if you're interested, if you're really, really, really interested in that, and you want to help participate and help, contribute to get me there, your help would be appreciated. But I'll go into detail with you later on, tonight. And we can talk about it some more, like what the cost is and all that sort of a thing. But yes, the We Are Not Alone, it's in Roswell. And based on how much I know a lot of you love this topic, I'd like to talk to you about it. And I also would like to open up the panel just to see if anyone's bold enough. They shouldn't be scared, because we don't judge you, and we seriously, we don't. It'd be great to have some people come up, tell us their, what they've witnessed or experienced. But I want to go to that conference, and I want to see if my community can make it happen for me. So, and I want to do it for you guys, but I need a little help to do so. Obviously, you all know I've got a lot going on. A lot of, I just moved, literally just got my electric pole recently, which is great. But I am not monetized. I do not have a monetized platform. So this is the only way that I can procure. I can do, somebody mentioned opening a crowdfund of some kind. If you all know what kind of crowdfund that is, let me know. I've done this a couple of times in the past, and every time I did exactly what I said I was going to do with the money, and I represented that here on YouTube. But I would love to go to bring, to enhance not only my life and my platform, but your life and your platform, right? Or your life and your thoughts on the whole thing. And I'm talking about sitting down, talking to some of the heavy hitters, Linda Moulton Howe, George Knapp, maybe Tyler from Secure Team, who all knows who's going to be there. I've watched so many conferences, things of that nature. There's no telling what kind of amazing stories that that I may run up on. So, yeah, I sure did, Third Eye. I love your icon, babe. All right, guys, listen, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming through. Please help me get this story out. Um, TMZ, I know you did a story, and shout out to all the producers over at TMZ, the editors. I know several of the producers follow me, especially on Twitter and Instagram. I hope that you'll hear this. I know you all watch me. It needs to be more than just Conor McGregor is being accused of sexually assaulting a woman. No, we're talking about 7 different incidents, TMZ. And it's time. I'm not saying it's time. I can't tell you what to do with your platform, but I think that it's important that we're honest and transparent here. This man is allegedly a serial rapist. And if anybody knows anything about law and being able to, I mean, Harvey, you got enough money where you could hire someone that could do like an analysis on Conor McGregor's past, right? He's not worthy of being, I'll tell you what, you know what you could really get out of Conor and his story and what he's really worthy of? Exploiting the shit out of these sexual assaults of his, period. Because it's about over. And if this man gets arrested for these charges in Miami, Harvey, seriously. Anyway, shout out to TMZ. Much love to TMZ. Much love to Harvey. Guys, I appreciate again you coming through. Let's get some commercials rocking, and then I will be back live here momentarily. So we're going to talk a little bit more about these 7 different incidents. Thanks, guys, for coming through. I'm going to play let me go ahead and run my commercials. If you're interested in donating to the LeakYou platform, if you're interested in doing so, you can hit me on the $ LeakYou on the Cash App. And you can also, Zelle me. I'm not monetized again on this platform. And I don't know if there's other ways I can do it. I thought about signing up for Rumble, but right now, honestly, Cash App is the best way to get at me. And so if you're interested in supporting me, please go ahead and support me. $, LeakYou on the Cash App. Listen, guys, I pay for my StreamYard every month, and I pay the $50 plan because I'm literally streaming to seven streams right now. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a social media, like, whatever, but I'm on all platforms. And I also want to announce that if you're subscribed to my Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, whatever, you're going to start seeing, videos popping up. I have pretty much gotten done with season 2, and a lot of it will be related to the paranormal. And I've got to be honest with you. We'll talk more about that when I get to, that video where we're going to talk about the conference. But I've got a whole channel dedicated to the paranormal titled We Are Not Alone. I have a whole podcast dedicated to the paranormal titled We Are Not Alone. I'm taking that very serious, especially after the whistleblower allegations. And I have so much content when it comes to aliens, UFO beings, UAPs, alien technology, whistleblowers, all of that I know I have enough content where we can get very serious about it. And I want to be a front runner in that space. And I feel like I already am, but I want to get up there where Linda Moulton Howe is and George Knapp and I want to, procure some sources. I already have a few. I do have a few sources, but I want to procure some more. And I believe that going to this conference will help me do so. I also, have considered, considered writing a book about some of these experiences. And we'll talk more, but I had my own experience at the age of 12. I think this is another reason why I'm so interested in this topic, because at the age of 12, I personally witnessed a teardrop shaped UFO, except it was on its side. So almost looked like a Hershey's kiss, but it was on its side. And it immediately was gone. But me, and what the beautiful thing about it is, it wasn't just me that seen it. There was someone else that was there too. They witnessed it, and they're still alive. And matter of fact, I hit them up just not even a year and a half ago and asked if they remembered, and they did. So that kind of helps to bring validity to things like that. And I want to help tell your stories, and that sort of a thing. And so, guys, if you're interested in coming up on the open panel when I do open this up for UFOs, please come up. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Let's set this motherfucker off, so to speak, right? So anyway, guys, I am sorry I haven't even checked the chat at all. My apologies on that. Hey, Gloria. Who else we got here? Hey, Tara's info for you. Good to see you. Good to see you so much. Hey, Miss Magnificent. Hi, Third Eye. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Third Eye. This is what I do. And now that I have been able to solidify some things in my life, meaning I now have a base of operations. And I guarantee you, nobody's ever going to run up on me. I know y'all been doing a lot of these pull-ups and all this type of nonsense, but I hope that none of you ever try me like that, because I promise you will not go home alive. And you have to understand what it's like in Texas. For those of us that we number one, we believe in protecting our homes. And not only do I have one gun, I have several. And so I'm just letting everybody out here know, because I've been threatened several times over the last couple of months. Specifically, people have threatened that they were going to run up and pull up on me. And all I can say to you is that if you ever try it, I promise that you will not go home the same. And most likely you will go home in a casket, mainly a box, because your family will pick your casket out at the funeral home, but you'll go home in a cardboard box. And I'm just being honest. I will never I carry 24/7, period, because there's a lot of crazy people out here. I don't play around, and I don't like the trend that I'm seeing with people pulling up. They're bringing their kids to these fights. No, I'm not going to be bringing any children I'm not going to be coming and pulling up on anybody. I told y'all that a long time ago. LeakYou ain't pulling up on shit. I'm going to pull up on this computer and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? No, LeakYou's not pulling up on nothing, because I don't have time for the bullshit, and I don't have time for the nonsense. It's a lot of y'all bringing your kids and your family members and all this type of shit. Anything could have happened. Anyone could have brought a gun out. Anyone could be dead right now. So, frankly, I think that's very fucked up. And I'll leave it at that. But nah, LeakYou's not pulling up on nobody. But I will tell you this, and I don't give a fuck. People, I cannot sit up here and act like I'm going to be able to go the next 50 years and no one ever doxes me, right? They're going to do it. And probably my number one enemy, so to speak, will do it. Whoever that may be, right? At the time. But there's people that want to get at me so bad because they're mad because they can't handle whatever it is that I've said to them. So all I can tell you is that if you're bold enough, if you're bold enough, and you ever try me, and that stands for anybody out here, I'm telling you, I will pull my gun out on you, and I will point it at you, And I'm going to tell you one time that you better turn around, walk away. But if you don't, I will shoot you. And I say this with full autonomy. I say this right now, knowing that the police will come back and listen to this clip. And I'm not concerned about that because, see, there's a difference between self-defense and protecting yourself, protecting your property. And I got enough evidence on some people out here where I've been threatened so much with death. Matter of fact, in one person's case, I had to have a police officer come talk to the woman. She don't want to come up here and admit it, but I know Officer Jackson's been over there to holler at her. But I'm not playing with none of y'all. Don't threaten me with no pull-up type shit, because I promise you, if you have children and stuff like that, you won't see them ever again. And if you dare bring your children with you and they're of age and they try some shit, they're going to get shot too. I'm just being honest. Okay. I'm not even trying to be mean about it. It's just that, listen, I got a brain tumor. None of you bitches are going to be hitting me in my head. Okay. It's that simple. Anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that came through. Thank you so much. I'm going to get up off of here. I'll be back up. I'm going to talk for like 15 minutes because, see, I've got some series that are going to be coming out on, Mr. Conor McGregor. So, Conor, you might as well get ready. I don't know what kind of connection you got with Google or YouTube, but I promise you, you done pulled two of my videos today. No strike or nothing like that. But we have freedom of speech here in America. I know you're from Ireland, but we have freedom of speech here. So it's not cool for y'all to be pulling my videos. You're not telling me anything, nothing. And that's not acceptable. So my expectation is that, I mean, you might as well just get used to it, sir, because I'm on your fucking ass, sir. I am on your ass. Every woman that you have raped or allegedly raped, I'm putting it all out there. I guarantee you. So you might as well get ready. I'm on your ass, sir.
Please hit the like. Thank you. Please hit the like. Thank you.
Again, thanks to
Please
everybody
hit the like. Thank you.
Thanks to everybody who came through. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, guys, thanks for coming through the platform. Until next time, guys, which is going to be a few minutes.
Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
Looks like you lost another one.
Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart, like really, really, really smart like I am.